You know, if you had told me like what my situation would be like right now, when I was a little younger, even shit 4 or 5 years ago, I would have thought, no way, I wouldn't believe it. I mean, I started out with almost $50,000 in the bank after my mom died, and I started making deliveries. I've been doing it, making deliveries for years, long enough to where I've had to go through multiple sets of tires. I probably put an extra 50,000 miles on my car. All sorts of mechanical repairs I've had to have do or have done. I've made tens of thousands of deliveries, legitimately. I've had to replace my catering bags and my pizza bags multiple times because they were so worn out that they were just falling apart to the point where I couldn't even sew them together anymore because the material was so worn out. You know? Now I find myself in a position where it's about the end of the month, and I've only got like barely over $400. I don't see how there's any way, unless I mean, unless the fucking deliveries get way better real fast. If I could get some multiple $200 days or whatever, then I could barely scrape by again or whatever. But I mean, you know how crazy that is that to go through in the last few years, to go through not only the $50,000, but all the money I made doing deliveries, and to find myself in a position where I paid so much, for this apartment over the years that I've been here that, I mean, I guarantee I paid more. I should have been able to buy this I should own this entire fucking building or something. Me or anyone else who's paid the fucking bills here, this long. I'd have paid more than enough money to where we should be able to, have bought this entire building. But here I am in a situation where I don't know if I'm going to end up homeless or having to dig myself thousands of dollars, more, even more into debt from the credit card company. I can't handle all this debt. Like I haven't had any luck. I'm not able to get out of the debt. It's too much. The bills are too much. I'm not making enough, and there's too many goddamn bills that just keep piling on and piling on. It's too much. I don't know how people do it. How people live outside, live in their car, live on the street and stuff like that. Guess we'll have to find out pretty quick, huh? I don't know. Not only am I in this situation because of how ridiculous the expenses and the bills are nowadays, it's completely unfair. And I work and I put in a bunch of hours and a bunch of time and a bunch of effort and bought a bunch of equipment and had everything, just right, getting better and better at what I do. And what's my reward for this? Making less and less and less and less money while these fucking CEOs fill their pockets and buy new fucking private jets and bigger swimming pools at their in bigger mansions and shit. While they sit on their ass and collect their money for the work that I fucking do with my two hands and my 2 feet and my fucking car and my gas, you know. But not only that, not only have the circumstances of the world being as screwed up as it is put me in this situation when, I mean, you realize in the first place that I had no idea how fucking screwed up the world was. I knew it was fucked up, don't get me wrong. But I was incredibly surprised, right? And it took me a while to realize, like, holy shit, man. I mean, yeah, the world's screwed up, but I thought, having $50,000 in the bank or something ought to be able to give me a place to fucking live, to call my own, place that I could afford to live, and fucking maybe even have a place where if I needed to, I could live there for the rest of my life. You know? Well, they say the bird has his nest, the fox has his den, the Son of Man has no place to lay his head. So not only has the ridiculous price gouging of everything and the shit treatment of workers and everything and so on and so forth and circumstances that I've been through put me in a situation where I go from having 50 G's and working a job. It's not like I'm not out there making money. It's not like I'm not out there working. I might not be out there every fucking day, but a couple of years ago doing the delivery shit, the bills I have, I could cover those bills and have enough money to eat fast food every day if I wanted to. I could go out to a restaurant to eat every fucking day and have all the bills covered and have extra money in my pocket to buy stuff. From working like a 1 week out of the month or something, basically. Yeah. That's how much money I was making like a couple of years ago doing this shit. Back when they actually... No, back then, man, I legitimately was making like, on average, $25 an hour or something on DoorDash. Running just one app, and the orders would just come in like bang, bang, bam, 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 one after another, after another, after another. I'd be just running around all day, fucking pick up an order, drop off an order, pick up an order, drop off an order, pick it up, drop it off, pick it up, drop it off, over and over and over all day, you know? But like literally the circumstances of absolutely everything as this country is fucking collapsing and the economy is fucking going in the goddamn toilet and the prices are through the fucking roof on everything, it's killing me, you know? I can't fucking make goddamn money. I mean, when it comes to deliveries, they're screwing us. They're paying us way less while they charge the customers way more. They're fucking hiring. They're letting basically everybody in the world become a fucking delivery driver now. So you go to the parking lot, you know, to try to do deliveries or something, and half the goddamn people in the parking lot are other fucking delivery drivers. So you know you can't get any fucking orders. There used to be maybe like a dozen delivery drivers in fucking town like a couple of years ago. But then DoorDash, Uber Eats, Spark, Grubhub, all these motherfuckers are like putting fucking ads on the YouTube, ads on the Super Bowl, ads on TV, ads on, you know, filling up fucking, you know, posting 30 postings in a row on Craigslist. Sign up to do DoorDash now. And then they got the whole market's just ridiculously flooded. And it's a bunch of things, man. It's not only that, but there's also just a massive explosion of people that has come to this area. And I don't know if it's like that everywhere or what, but a lot of time it feels like there's maybe 5 or 6 times as many fucking people, if not 10 times as many people in this town as there was just like 3 years ago or something. Yeah. I mean, regular traffic in the middle of the, you know, in the middle of the afternoon or something during like what would be work hours is heavier than it used to be back when we had a drive-in and like everybody's going to the drive-in or everybody's getting out of the drive-in or back in the day when there would be a carnival going on and there's a parade or something, you know? Like it's more crowded on the streets every fucking day, even on the slow hours now, than it was back then during a fucking parade or whatever, you know? Parking lots, man. Show up to fucking Walmart parking lot to try and do shopping orders at fucking 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I end up having to park like 300 or 400 yards away from the front door of the goddamn store because it's just so many fucking cars parked in the parking lot. You walk in the store and you can't hardly even get in the door or get down the fucking aisle to get anything because there's so many fucking people in there. There's so many people in the way everywhere. You're trying to go to pick up a delivery. There's too many people in the way and people in front of you driving slow as fuck. You get to the fucking restaurant. They're so goddamn understaffed. There's 1 or 2 people working there when there used to be fucking 20. You know? And then there's like way more fucking people ordering food and stuff like that. I mean, Taco Bell, I don't know why I ever take Taco Bell orders because, I mean, it might as well be called Taco Hell or whatever. Because it takes so fucking long. They don't have their shit together. They don't even hardly acknowledge your fucking existence as a delivery driver or a customer when you go in there. There's maybe like 3 or 4 of them in the back trying to go for a world record and how slow can I assemble fucking burrito. You know, how slowly can I make a taco? How slowly can I put together a burrito, you know? Meanwhile, you got fucking 20, 30 people backed up in the fucking drive-thru 20 or 30 people in the fucking front of the restaurant, like fucking smushed in there like, cattle car or something. And there's not even anyone that'll standing at the fucking. There's not even a register at the front. There's not even someone at the front to talk to the customer or to even walk up and say, hey, I've got a DoorDash for so and so or whatever. There's no one even up front to hear you. They're not even there. Yeah. And it's like that damn near everywhere you go, man. You walk, and then some of these places you go in there, it's like a fucking ghost town now, man. Like most of the time, if you get like a Pizza Hut order or something, man, you walk in there, it's like fucking empty and dark, almost looks like it's closed. You walk up to the counter, there's nobody there. You're like, hello? Is anybody here? Eventually, some guy strolls out from the back, comes around the corner. I had a Taco Bell fucking order the other day. I was trying to pick up to go deliver, and I stood there for probably I was standing around like Taco Bell for probably like an hour. No one at work there would even acknowledge my existence or something for about an hour, and I finally got someone to hear me about the fucking DoorDash order or whatever, and they finally started looking into it. Like 2 or 3 of them are checking screens and looking up stuff, and then somebody comes up and says, we don't have it. We don't even have it. It's not even in our system, So yeah, there's a lot of fucking problems with delivery. You got oversaturation, way too many drivers. The fucking restaurants are massively understaffed and have way too many orders coming to them, and there's certain ones especially that just should not be on the fucking DoorDash app because they can't keep up with the volume of orders. It takes too fucking long. I'm not gonna stand around for an hour so I can deliver some burritos to some asshole for $3 or some shit. I'm not gonna stand around there and pace around and piss away my gas so I can make fucking $3 an hour. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. I mean, at this point, if it's DoorDash, Uber Eats, I don't care what fucking order it is. Base pay should absolutely be, and I don't care if the customer lives literally fucking 50 feet from the restaurant or directly across the street. If you have to fucking turn the key in your ignition to go to this restaurant, stand around and wait for their food and fucking put it at their front door and deal with the app, minimum base pay should be at least five fucking dollars. And if their fucking person lives out in the middle of fucking nowhere, pay us for our fucking gas and our time. I don't think that's too much to ask for. That's just common decency. In fact, there ought to be a fucking law, right? These people running these delivery companies ought to be fucking sued to the poorhouse or clapped in irons and fucking thrown in prison for the way that they're treating their fucking delivery drivers and the way they're screwing their customers. They're making money hand over fist because they're so fucking greedy, and their business model is to fuck over the delivery people and the customers so hard that the customer, orders breakfast and might not see it till the next morning or dinner time or something because they refuse to pay the fucking delivery person enough money to make it worth their while. Meanwhile, the customer's paying fucking $20 for a $3 fucking cup of coffee or something, if such a thing exists anymore, right? And they're trying to offer the delivery guy fucking $2 to pick it up and drive it fucking 4 or 5 miles across town. So don't be surprised if your coffee doesn't show up right away, or if it's cold, or whatever, right? I'm out there busting my ass working and shit, and there's fucking children. There's kids. There's like 10, 11-year-old kids that fucking have more goddamn money than me. I deliver food to them sometimes and shit, you know? Yeah, right? 10, 11, 12-year-olds and shit. Be ordering, you know? Be paying like $12 for a fucking some candy that's like $1.50 or something, or multiple times a day, right? And that's just maybe what I might make, right? That's not counting the fucking what they're because the lion's share, the majority of the money is pocketed by these greedy assholes that don't do shit except sit back and collect the money that should be going to us that are doing the actual work. They're one of the biggest fucking problems we have, in not just in this country but all over the fucking world, and not just when it comes to making money and job market, but also, I mean, with everything, whether you're trying to rent an apartment, whether you're trying to rent a house, whether you're trying to apply for a job, or maybe you're trying to meet a romantic partner, to go on a date or something. It doesn't matter what it is. Everything is fucked up nowadays. Or it doesn't matter whether you're trying to buy a phone, or or what the hell it is, or sign up for internet. It's fucked up and takes forever because we're all getting fucking middled. Yeah. You see the movie Blow, where George Jones like, it's too much. We're getting fucking middled, And then he flies over to like Colombia or something, or flies to Mexico to get weed, or get weed from the grower. That's what's going on, man. We're getting fucking middled. There's all these people with their fingers in our fucking wallet, plucking fucking 90% of our money out and putting it in their pockets. And that's literally all they do. And they get in the way if you're going on a dating app or something to try and find a girlfriend or whatever, right? It's the same thing. If you're fucking being filtered through multiple other people that are just sitting back and meddling in your life and fucking plucking money out of your wallet because you can't even fucking talk to people anymore, right? All these intermediaries, all these people in the way, and then on top of the people, there's the apps and the websites where there's not even people monitoring the shit, That's why you can't fucking get a goddamn apartment or get a job or whatever, or try to apply, because you gotta go to some website. The form doesn't even fucking work, and if it does work, your application just ends up as ones and zeros in some folder or some cloud storage, along with 1,000 other fucking 10,000 other people that applied, and probably some fucking AI looks for the right buzzwords to pick who they decide to talk to if they ever do, and then 99% of the fucking applicant. I mean, and another thing is with apartments or job applications, you got to realize that the vast majority of these places, they're not understaffed because nobody wants to work. They're understaffed because they don't want to have to pay their fucking employees. And if they can get 2 people to do the job of 20, then that's what they'll do. They don't want to hire 20 people to work there. They want to fucking pay the absolute lowest amount of money they can to get fucking 2 people to do the job that 20 people used to do. And they don't give a fuck about customer service or efficiency. All they care about is money, 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 money. And what's ironic is they're fucking probably losing billions of dollars because they make their business model so fucking inefficient because of their fucking greed. And the apartments, you try and rent an apartment, it's the same fucking shit. There's a bunch of crap in the way and a bunch of middlemen. That's one of the reasons why everything's so expensive. And there's also a bunch of fake listings. They don't want somebody to rent they don't want somebody to rent the apartment. They want 1,000 people to pay $50 for the application fee, right? So they can make $50,000 that month instead of the $2,000 or whatever they would have made by renting the apartment out. Yeah, that's one thing that goes on, absolutely. There ought to be a fucking law against application fees. If it's got an application fee, it's a fucking scam. It's a racket, pretty much. Mm-hmm. Well, think about it. Let's say if just 100 people apply for an apartment and they charge them $50 application fee. That's $5,000. Yeah. But I mean, realistically, it's probably more like 500 people or 1,000 people that are applied for the place, you know? They do that every month, yeah. That's why there's all these empty buildings all over the place, right? And they do the same thing. They do the same thing with apartments, the houses. It's a fucking scam, you know? That's one reason why there's so much homelessness. Of course, another reason is because the prices of everything are fucking out of pretty much any real person's reach. I mean, I don't know. There's all kinds of people that seem to have some kind of unlimited money fucking cheat code going on or something. At this point, there's fucking probably, 10-year-olds that have more fucking money than I do. That don't do shit. 10-year-olds that don't do shit that have more money than I do. Yeah. I guess I should try to do some kind of 9 to 5 shit, but where the hell am I supposed to sleep, right? If I can't afford a place to fucking live, right? Am I just supposed to be a robot? Am I supposed to be a robot? Am I supposed to pretend like I don't need, sleep and food and, I don't need shelter? Like I'm just a NPC robot, a fucking animal or something, Except the problem with that is, even if you could, right, like, it's now, like, illegal to sleep or whatever. It's illegal to be homeless. Yeah. Not only that, it's fucking dangerous, man. All kinds of crazies, and then you got the cops, which are fucking like violent, dangerous, armed people and stuff. Sleep with some, like a window, a piece of glass, not a foot away from your head, right? And there could be like meth addict psychos or armed goons fucking coming to knock on your window to wake you up at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning or God knows what, right? You can't park here or whatever. Because it's like you can't park here is the rule is everywhere. That's everywhere. That's another thing I've noticed. I can't believe like the when it comes to this point in time. I mean, any time in the past, right? It would have been pretty easy if you had to live in your car. It would have been simple, easy. You just park somewhere and you sleep, and people leave you the fuck alone, and then you go on with your life, right? But not anymore, dude. Not anymore. I mean, it's a lot of things, man. Like, when I was a kid, even out in the country, you could be driving along out in the middle of nowhere, and there were places to pull over to park your car. There were fucking parking lots that you could pull into along the way. It's like all that shit in most places is fucking gone now. There were porta potties and fucking phone booths, You could be 100, 200 miles away from anything in the middle of the desert, and there'd be parking lots and a phone booth and a place to hook up, maybe a water, maybe some place where you could get water and stuff like that, right? There'd be like a hookup somewhere with a hose, and there'd be a phone, and there'd be, all that sort of shit that used to be around everywhere, it just ain't around anymore. Everywhere you go, there's signs, don't do this, don't do that. No fireworks, no smoking, no this, no that, no parking. Fucking cameras staring at you everywhere, locked gates everywhere. Threats of fines and fees everywhere for trying to park, threats of getting towed or getting your car impounded or something if you park it somewhere. It's like everywhere now. It's a fucking nightmare. If I end up in my car, there's not much any reason for me to stay around here. I know that. I gotta be somewhere where I can try and make money making deliveries and shit. Maybe the coast wouldn't be so bad in the wintertime or something. Wouldn't be so many damn tourists around. But maybe there'd still be, maybe it'd be easy enough to drive around and make deliveries and make money there. I don't know. If it wasn't so crowded with people, you could actually drive down the street and actually merge onto the road and stuff without a wall of fucking cars and nowhere to park and all that shit, Well, I mean, one problem is all the damn illegal aliens. I saw a number, it's something like 170. I mean, there's somewhere close to like 200 million illegal immigrants here in the U.S. now. But then on top of that, there's all these lot of people are like fleeing from other states like California and Detroit, and a lot of places that used to be nice that are completely trashed shitholes. Gangland shitholes are now, and a bunch of people are like moving away from them and coming over here. It's fucked up, man. That like the places that used to be the nicest places to be throughout this country are the most rundown shitholes in the country now. Like crime and murder fucking capitals of the goddamn world, basically now. Detroit, Motor City, Chicago, nowadays also known as Chirac. Yeah. Shit like that, right? Flint, Michigan was a nice farm community. Now they got poisoned water and a bunch of empty houses that, just everything, all sorts. We're living in a country now where even still to this day, people over down in the South that dealt with nasty flooding, like what, 2, 3, 4 fucking years ago, there's still people living in fucking sheds and living in tents and stuff down there because the insurance company and the government didn't do anything to fucking help them. There's a big town or something over. You hear about all these fucking instances where places have the power go out and their fucking power is shut off for like 2 or 3 weeks or a month or something or longer. Because basic fucking services don't even exist anymore, basically, like they used to, right? The cost of living's so goddamn high. And I mean, you're damn right a lot of people don't want to work. What the fuck do you want to go, spend so much time and effort to try and make money when the money they're paying you isn't enough for you to afford to live? Do it out of desperation or something, and then were you just supposed to live in your fucking car and then have some asshole knocking on your window at 2 o'clock in the morning saying you can't park here, trying to give you a fine or something, when you're just trying to get some rest so you have a fucking enough energy to go to work tomorrow? And that's where we're fucking at, man. Because they don't pay you enough to fucking afford to rent anything or to buy anything. Can't go buy land and go live on the land because their fucking zoning regulations and all that sort of shit will get them to send the fucking police out and kick you off your land and steal it from you. Can't go live in a camp trailer or build a cabin on your own fucking land and live on it. Except for in, some states down in the South, maybe you still can. And I mean, some people seem to get away with it. I've delivered to places where there's just like a piece of property and there's just like a bunch of old beat up camp trailers and fucking and sheds and stuff on the property. There's still places like that, but I'm surprised they don't get thrown out or whatever with all the zoning restrictions and shit. It's not just the zoning restrictions either, though. I mean, there's also like a whole bunch of. We got like the largest prison population on the face of the earth in the United States, basically. More people in fucking prison and jail or whatever than anywhere in the fucking world. But to tell the truth, it's not enough, man. There's so many fucking like low life, crazy people and thieves and all sorts of shit on the fucking streets walking around. Like if you did buy, I mean, if you park a camp trailer on a piece of land that you bought for a few $1,000s in the middle of nowhere, not only would the government be after you over zoning restrictions to try and steal your land and tell you can't live there, but if you go to the grocery store, you might come back and your fucking camp trailer might be gone because some tweaker fucking stole it. Yeah. Bus or van or whatever, right? I can't believe how resilient so many other people are. I guess I feel. I mean, are they NPCs or what? Or am I just some weak fucking pussy or something? Basically, is that what it is? Seeing people like I seen all these videos of like somebody who's living in their RV or whatever. Everything they own is in the RV, and the police come along or something, and they drive away with their RV and everything else, and they're just sitting on the side of the road with however many possessions they could have piled up beside them on the side of the road, while the cops or whatever drive away with their home to go have it, take it to an auction or to take it to a junkyard or whatever the hell. And you see them just so resilient, how they don't completely lose their shit, I don't know. Shit. I don't know. I should be out making fucking deliveries already, but I'm kind of waiting, hoping my stomach will settle down a little more. And if it's anything like it was yesterday today, then it would be like a waste of fucking time for me to be out there right now. Now, I don't know. I know I could make more money if I was to get up really early in the morning, right? Like if I was to go out at 5 or 6 a.m. and just sit around there, I could probably make good money before noon or whatever, maybe, if I did that. If I hit breakfast and then waited till, say, some lunch orders or whatever, I could probably do okay. Maybe. But I mean early. Like from 5 or 6 a.m. to like barely afternoon or something, probably. Maybe. But it seems like there aren't hardly any decent orders or any money to be made. And I don't know. You never know, because I've had times where I have gone out really early. Numerous times when I've tried it and it didn't work out. But on the other hand, I've also had times where I've tried it and it did work out. You might get up and try and do that. And the reason I stopped doing that is because when I would do that, I'd make a bit of money, and some days I wouldn't make good money. And by the time the afternoon comes around, or by the time the dinner orders come around, which dinner time is usually the best time, nighttime is like the best time to make money, it seems like. By then I was just burnt out. Burnt out and tired. I don't know why I don't have unlimited reserves of energy or whatever. I don't do fucking meth or coke. I'm not on Ritalin or Adderall. I don't know how the fuck so many people have so much motherfucking energy, you know? Especially like boomers and shit, man. The boomers are like a different breed, man. A lot of them are like, you see all the shit they're doing, like you think like this motherfucker's like coked out or something. Like you think they're on crack or something. See the kind of energy they have. I don't know, maybe I should just be asking what the hell's wrong with me, you know? Well, I know for one thing, like circumstances are a lot different. There's a huge amount of difference between like the level of health that somebody can achieve or whatever, like on some level. Eh, I don't know. Maybe it's bullshit, but I don't know. There's a lot of different variables and shit. I've seen homeless people that are super physically fit and everything and seem to have tons of energy. Who knows, man? Yeah, but they're probably on meth or something, right? Meth fucks people up, makes them crazy and dark and stuff, but it is also, I mean, it is honestly a performance enhancing drug. You know? That's the shit they developed for, you know, the Nazi super soldiers or whatever, basically. You see motherfuckers in their 50s or 60s out splitting wood for fucking 6, 7 hours. And stand there with 6-pack abs and shit, all, looking all jacked or whatever. Then they're out there at 3 o'clock in the morning working on their fucking car or something. Ugh. But then there's other people that do it that are like just, you know, laying around in fucking tattered rags, laying on the ground, broke as shit, you know. All their teeth have fallen out, you know. They look like the fucking Walking Dead, you know. Honestly, I think just having a stable place to live makes a huge amount of difference in the outcome for anybody, man, you know. If somebody just has any kind of a home, even if it's a fucking mobile home trailer, or they live in a fucking camp trailer and they have a place that's very affordable for them to live, you know, that's a huge advantage over somebody that has to shell out every penny they make to just to barely scrape by or whatever, you know. Because they could do half the work you are and their money is just growing and growing and growing, and you're just losing money, the whole time, just to try and survive in a situation that's not any better than theirs, hardly, Fuck. I can't believe I didn't end up in a fucking, in something, a mobile home park. I thought about going and living in a camp trailer, but I fucking couldn't find anywhere that had any vacancies or that would allow. I mean, there were like entire fucking trailer parks where the whole fucking park is filled with a bunch of RVs and campers from like the 90s and shit, and people are living in them. But when I'd fucking call up and ask them, they'd say, "Oh, we don't allow anything older than 10 years, anything that's 10 years, that's, it's got to be at least, within." So like they want you to have they want you to have to spend 20 or 30 or $40,000 on a fucking trailer on a RV or something, when I could get something better for like less than 10 grand by just buying something older, But no. And all these other fucking people are like grandfathered in and have been allowed to live there in their fucking old 90s or early 2000s fucking campers or whatever, but not me. Right? And then most of the fucking places, these bastards are fucking trying to charge so much money for a lot fee that you might as well be renting an apartment or living in a fucking motel or something. Motels, don't get me started on fucking motels. Motels are ridiculously expensive. And the ones that aren't as ridiculously expensive, good luck finding a vacancy ever, right? And besides that, a lot of motels, especially the cheaper ones, have the same fucking problem. And then it's the same with trailer parks too. It's the same problem you get when you're dealing with these businesses nowadays. They're fucking understaffed. Nobody is paying attention. You can't even get a hold of anyone to try and fucking buy a place or rent a place there. Because whoever is supposed to be the manager there isn't doing their fucking job. I don't know, most of these places, whether it be a trailer park or a place to park camp trailers, doesn't matter what it is. They're either owned by some mega corporation like BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street or something, or Blackstone Group or something. That's big around here. Or they're owned by a fucking tweaker. And the tweaker isn't there to do their job. And even if they are, they're going to try and screw you over and charge you way too much money anyways. Oh, shit. I don't know what the hell I was thinking drinking yesterday. Last night. Oh, I told myself I'll just have a couple. Oh, I need to stop, right? Drink it 2, going for a third one. Oh, that should be the last one. And it's like, oh, just one more. Oh, just one more. Right? And you get past the point where it's like, fuck it. Yeah. Point of no return. Yeah. Well, I mean, how would you like to sit out, and be trying to work? You're out there ready to work. Out there for 8, 9, 10 fucking hours straight. And you can barely scrape together $75 or something, And you already spent fucking more than half of that on gas before you even started. Sound like fun to you? Does that motivate you to want to get up and do it again the next day? Oh, fuck. I don't know quite what to do. I guess I should try something different. Try getting up really damn early or something. Try making myself go out and make deliveries when I'm tired and it's really fucking early or something. It's just that I know if it doesn't work out, right? If I don't make good money, like by the early afternoon or something, then I'm kind of screwed because I'm gonna be so fucking worn out and just burnt out that I'm not gonna want to keep going. I'm gonna say fuck it and go, screw you guys, I'm going home, right? I can't believe the kind of ridiculous fucking offers these delivery apps will offer, I mean, I've got screenshots of a lot of them. I mean, they'll offer you $8 to deliver to somebody 23 miles away, or less money, yeah. And then you got to drive back, of course. So that's 46 miles actually. Yeah, sound like fun? Are you down? Gonna do that? I don't even want to turn my key in the ignition for $2 or $3. It's not even worth it. Like $2 or $3 worth of gas is probably gone just by starting my fucking engine. Probably at this point. I can't believe that $2 or $3 orders or whatever even exist. $4 orders shouldn't even exist. $5 should be bare minimum for one delivery, and I don't care if the motherfucker lives 100 feet away from the fucking restaurant. Right? They want me to drive my car over, back and forth or whatever, and stand around waiting for their order and put it at their front door or hand it to them. Then that should cost at bare minimum $5, and they, from the company, and they should tip on top. They should tip fucking another $5 on top of that, to be honest. We're using our own fucking vehicles. You can't afford to live pretty much damn near at all without making at least like $25, $30 an hour or more at this point in time. Ah, fuck.